Finally, I arrived at Daegu. Today, I will take a tour individually. Yes, this is information of public, the transportation. So this is information of for bus, for subway, and you can take any bus to your destination, and also subway station. And here is Daegu City tour bus. So if you want to take a tour by city bus, and there is a timetable, and that discount, a lot of information on the board. Today, actually, I'd like to see Bullodong, the ancient tomb complex, because I feel really interested in ancient tomb complex then. So today I'm gonna do Bullodong ancient tombs the complex that, because I heard that area has really wonderful view, especially at night. If you wanted to see a sunset, Bullodong ancient tomb complex is one of the best place to see. So now I'm gonna go Bullodong ancient tomb complex. So shall we go together? So right now. Wow, yeah, here's information of airport limousine, and this is a timetable. Every day it runs. Check the timetable, and if you use airport limousine, it's been really convenient to use Daegu Airport. Just over there, there is a Daegu City tour bus, and over there, this is a Daegu City tour bus. And if you want to take a tour and all around the Daegu City, so this is the best way to look around the Daegu City. So, and also here, timetable, and check the timetable. And I recommend you to take a city tour bus for your wonderful Daegu City tour. Yes, here, and the city bus. I will take one of the bus here. Now I'm here, Daegu International Airport bus stop, and also this is information of Daegu International Airport bus stop. I'm gonna take one of the two bus line. Then, just over there, that's my bus. Wow, yes, really fantastic. Look at this one around this ancient tomb complex. So this ancient tomb complex is about 30 minutes bus ride from downtown, and then also within 10 minutes from Daegu Airport. At the bus stop, it takes only, I think, within 10 minutes to get the entrance. This is the entrance of Bullodong Ancient Tomb Complex. From now on, I will look around Bullodong Ancient Tomb Complex. Would you like to come with me? Bullodong Ancient Tomb Park is an ancient tomb complex which consists of a total of 210 big and small tombs. They have a usual diameter of 15 to 20 meters and a usual height of 4 to 7 meters. As for the interior structure, 4 walls were built of streamstones or broken stones, and there is a rectangular stone chamber covered on top with a flat stone plate. It was then covered with earth after gravel was piled up over the stone chamber. The list of grave goods dug out from this ancient site includes accessories made of gold and gilt bronze, iron weapons, and earthenware with impressed patterns. It is understood that this group of tombs were built in the Three Kingdoms period and the 4th and 5th century. Impressed patterns. Excavated artifacts suggest that tomb complex was built for around the 4th and 5th century and belonged to a powerful political group that used to govern Bulodong area. It is possibly the burial place of the native group that held power in the area. But the pattern and the quality of relics found here are quite similar to those of Shilla relics, which shows the complex culture state of its regional power. From the entrance, only a few mounts are visible, but after hiking for a few minutes, a picturesque view of this mount dots throughout the vast tomb complex. Following the path, we can explore the whole complex. There are a few restaurants and a Korean traditional market, Bullo Shijang, around this area. If you are looking for a unique and a quiet place to walk around, ancient tombs in Bulodong is the great choice. The perfect time to come is early in the morning or late afternoon. Please don't miss the beautiful sunset of Bulodong Ancient Tomb Complex. You'll never regret. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. I have to say goodbye, Bulodong Ancient Tombs Complex. My next destination is DTC, Daegu Textile Museum. And then, ready, go! So now here, here is a DTC, Daegu Textile Museum. So now I'd like to look around the inside. So shall I come? This is the first floor of Daegu Textile Museum. And just over there is an information center. Here, that is a museum shop and experience space. And here, when you come with your keys, please come here. This is the way to use this, the experience, the program. This is one of them. And I recommend you to have your children's or your kids on mirror. And this is all, really what is better is all free, no charge. And then every season they prepare different and various experience program. So please check the program homepage of DTC, Daegu Textile Museum. And also this, you can buy any kind of the small gift from here, the museum shop. And now you can experience wearing hanbok. But unfortunately today, due to the COVID-19 situation, we cannot experience to wear hanbok. The another thing your kids can do is this one. So to make the basket with your children's own design. So, and this is another experience your kids can enjoy. Why don't you make this beautiful basket with your kids? So like this, I changed the hanbok, and then I will look around at the second floor. The reason I changed the hanbok is actually the second floor is fashion hall. So from now on, I will look around at the second floor and to see how differently our costume changed. So shall we go to second floor? So here is the second floor entrance of a fashion hall. So we will walk around here, fashion hall. This fashion hall represents from 1890. And then, so the reason I changed my hanbok is until in 900, so look at this, they are wearing hanbok from in 19th. History of the fashion changed so rapidly. It took only 100 years in Korean fashion. So here, 1920, it looks like actually they were suit. This is only for royal families. Even in the common peoples, they were like this, the hanbok. And fashion changes started in royal family and upper class the people. So then, 1940, so wedding. In wedding, they are wearing wedding dress. 1950, so here is the history of the clothing in the 20th century. And that exhibition represents introductory period of a modern fashion. So, the tuxedo and this one, the front tuxedo and this dress, actually, it is the high class, the royal families, 19 to 1910s, the fashion. But this is not for just the common people during 19 and 1910s. 1920 to 1930. So, and it looks like a really feminine. We called that the boysy style. That was a really popular, look like the boysy style in 1920 to 1930. This is a 1940 fashion. Actually, 1940, this period is almost at the end of the World War II. That's why during Second World War, the woman participated in World War II. And at the times, the role of the women, emphasized during the World War II. That's why when you see this fashion, and the woman's fashion is so different from 1920 to 1930. The title says setting period of today's fashion. From 1950, today's fashion set. And they look like this. Even today's I can wear this dress, and this dress is so sophisticated. It looks really great. Even though it's almost 60 years ago fashion, it looks really beautiful. 1960s fashion. Actually, 1960, can you remember Armstrong? Actually, that the human finally stepped on the space of the moon. Like this fashion, the space fashion, it was really popular. So, and the fashion reflect the social situation at those days. So look at this. 1970s, thanks to development of the economy. So look at this. The fashion shows the liberal atmosphere, like a disco, and dancing disco and the disc. So here's 1980s fashion. So 1980s fashion is the influence of postmodernism. So at the time, ethnic style was popular. The fashion in Korea, we started to participate in international fashion show. And then the list of international famous design shows the several Korean famous designers. So from that times, the Korean fashion was the well-known for wonderful fashion. Now here's an exhibition, special exhibition, the title Woman and Skirt. So here, and through this exhibition, we can see how different the style the woman wear skirt. The early of the 20th century, so now like this hanbok. Now actually this hanbok is really beautiful because it's until 19th century this is a style for Korean culture. But you know, here the after 20th century it's a little complicated to wear and not convenient to do something. So that's why like this. It looks more convenient and short and like this modern style. This style is for girls students in the school. 1930 like this modern girl and the flapper dress. Look at this one. When you look at the dress, you can assume how much we got the Western style influence in the fashion industry. In 1970s, the velvet. In the 1970s, this velvet was the symbol of the wealth. Only the wealthy people could wear this velvet dress. So here in Korea, we said this is a mini skirt, the short dress, but we called here the mini skirt and the shorts. So this mini skirt, we know the short dress, and the short was popular in 1960 to 1970. So from 1970s, at the time, that was the period of the Korean economy was speedily developed. So thanks to development of the administration, that people enjoyed liberal atmosphere. Even though miniskirt and the hot short was really popular at that time in the 1970s, it says so usually to many people the hanbok like the long skirt and the long sleeve hanbok was accustomed to the many people, and some people really didn't like short dress and the hot short. That's why it was a really funny thing at the time. The policemen, they carried the ruler to measure how short they wear the dress. That was really, the usual things on the street. The policemen caught the woman to measure how short their skirt. And I think about those days, it's really funny, but at that time, that was just a casual, just a common happenings on the street. Happened in 1960 and 1970. And this is for office girls, the fashion. And you see, this is a home fashion, we call that. Look at this dress. Actually, this dress emphasizes the shoulder. Shoulder is a border, and actually, shoulder was emphasized. And thanks to better administration, even at home, woman wears the beautiful dress like this. And this is for exhibition of famous designers in Daegu changed because the seasonally temporary exhibition, whenever you come here, so maybe this exhibition program could be changed. Here's a special exhibition room, and then the title of a special exhibition is Daegu Textile Changes Our Lives. So, would you like the inside for looking around? Here, Daegu, a blooming textile industry. This is the story of Daegu textile industry. So from cotton, it means really good quality of the cotton. And then here, summer market, the cotton to silk. And so here, after independence of the Korea, from 1950, finally textile of the nylon appeared in Korea. From 1954, the Korean people, actually we could wear wool clothing. So here, finally, so this is 2002. Until 2002, see, they represent the textile industry of Daegu. So, textile industry, bedrock of Daegu's industry. This is the cotton thread, synthetic textile, nylon. The Daegu Textile Museum is a 4-story building. First floor is the information center and experience place. And the second floor, as you see, that's a fashion hall and space for the children's activity room. And then here, that's a special exhibition room. So now we will go to third floor. Third floor is the industry hall, and the fourth, that's a future textile hall. Now, before third floor, we will look around just over there because there's something, I think that's the artwork. So we will see that the first, and then we will going up the third floor. So look at this. That's 100 of timbals here. This timbal, this is artwork, this is exhibition. So timbal is the sewing tool. Not my generation actually. My mother's generation used this timbal when they are sewing. It's beautiful, isn't it? This is another exhibition space. There are the dozens of the sewing machine from 18th to 20th centuries. So usually it's now this is not made of Korea. This is made of usually the Western country. This floor represents the textile industry hall. As you know, Daegu is a city of the textile. So the textile industry is one of the major industry in Daegu. So that's why now we have the Daegu Textile Museum. The inside there, so we will see what kind of the Daegu textile companies are producing. So shall we go inside? Yeah, this is a title, From Traditional Textile to Modern Textile Industry. So from now on, we can see what the first textile was. Shall we go inside? As I thought, the cotton fabric. This is the first fabric we used. And from the cotton fabric, our textile industry started. So like this, the cotton. It says also hemp, so especially Andongpo hemp is really well known for best quality of the hemp in Korea. So after that, silk fabric. So the cocoons here. From cocoon, we can make the silk thread. So, and the fatal movement of a modern textile industry means until 1940, actually, so cotton, the hemp, and the silk was produced from house to house. But actually, here, the movement of a modern textile industry means that all textile were produced from, the company, industrial place. From 1946 to 1959, that's, as I mentioned, the fatal movement of a modern textile industry. So, so why don't you come in? So when Korean War broke out in 1950, so So all industrial the facility was destroyed. So after that, even in the cotton industry, and 70% of the cotton industry also destroyed it. So, but here, Daegu is the only area we didn't have any harm from Korean War. So that's why this is the major reason the Daegu becomes the city of the textile. So Korean War was really sad things to Korean people. That was another chance we can develop the textile industry from Daegu. This title is After Korean War, Textile Industry Development Policy of Government. Government-led textile industry encouragement the policy. And then also through Korean War and then our fashion culture that changed rapidly. After, as I mentioned, the 70% of the fabric industry were destroyed. It caused lack of the textile in Korea. So that's why, and limitation of fabric use for post-war economy stability. Yeah, from now on, we can see what kind of the fabric looks like something. So we will check, and then here, this is carbon fiber. So I will put this one. Yes, this is carbon fabric. Wow, thanks to wonderful techniques, we can see carbon fabric like this. And then I will check another thing. Yes, this is one of my favorite, silk. So, and insert this one here. So why don't you see how the silk looks? Yes, like this. It's so smooth. That's why when we wear the silk, we feel it feels so smooth and soft. This is, the nylon. The best invention in our textile history. This is polyester. You can see it looks so different. That's glass fiber. Oh. It looks, the sweet cotton candy. This is carbon fiber. It's so wonderful, right? This is a future textile. So this is a space for the modern textile machinery. This is a future textile hall. So this is from the starting point of the first floor. So I will show you, what a wonderful and a future textile is. This is a 3D printing the dress, and then why don't you come here? Look at this one. Can you see the color different? Yes, this is a future textile. So, we will see more. So eco-friendly textile, nanofiber, superfiber. It says the future textile, but actually, see now we can see many this wonderful textile around us. Please come with me. Sound reactive clothing. This is a carbon car. So we can use a textile when we are making car. The textile and the disaster prevention protection. This, the functional protective clothing, the para-amylase fiber bulletproof jacket. I think that is really suitable for the army. So nowadays, under COVID-19, this is your usual the clothing when we see a television, chemical protective clothing. And it's also really interesting, you know, this is advanced functional combat uniform. I will check inside. So until now, we look around from the first floor to until the first floor. So then, what do you think? It was fun. And then, so now we will going to next place. So, shall we?
When you look at the window while the sky flows away, I've been watching the same stars, and I owe a little flame for you. Nobody knows you so the way that I do. Nobody knows about the stuff we went through. I took this heartbeat and I give you the keys, and I keep it safe for when you're back with me. Keeping it safe, keeping it safe, keeping it safe for when you're back with me. Keeping it safe, keeping it safe, keeping it safe for when you're back with me. And if you are feeling a chill as the night turns its veil, I will sound the warm breeze over, and I drive away the gate. Cause nobody knows you so the way that I do. Nobody knows about the stuff we went through. I took this heartbeat and I give you the keys, and I keep it safe for when you're back with me. I'm keeping it safe, keeping it safe, keeping it safe for when you're back with me. I'm keeping it safe, keeping it safe, keeping it safe for when you're back with me. Remember what we said when you went away. Nothing really can keep us apart. 1,000 days and nights, 500,000 miles. We are grown-ups late. Keeping it safe for when you're back with me. Keeping it safe. I'm running your way, but you push me away. Your lifeline, losing your mind. I'm here for you, babe. I've loved you the same this whole time. So tell me.
After walking around the Donggu Park, actually I got hungry. So, and I heard this restaurant is really, you know, the famous for samgyetang. And then right now I will try to samgyetang inside of the restaurant. So, shall we? Today's menu, I really like to recommend you is samgyetang. The samgyetang, sam means ginseng, ge means chicken. This is chicken and ginseng soup. And you know, the two Korean people, this samgyetang is one of the nutritious food, and especially this is the perfect food during summer, especially in Daegu. Daegu, the weather of the Daegu is really hot, and that's why samgyetang is perfect food to Daegu people, as well as Korean people. Inside the chicken, there is the rice, the sticky rice, and the wallet, and jujube. Also, garlics here. It looks delicious, isn't it?
I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside. I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your grip tonight? Can't get this off my mind. Does it only control you? Let me in, I'll help you out. I won't lose you this time.
This is the historic site of General Shin-sung-gyeom, and then there is information of this site history. And here's historic site of General Shin-sung-gyeom. There are Korean version and English versions here. So would you like to look around the inside? This is also the tour guide house. So they usually give the historic explanation of this place. This is a map of the historic site of the General Shin-sung-gyeom. So now we are here, number 3. And then we will go to number 18. Number 18 is the altar. And then we will go to number 9, 10, 14, and 15. So this is So-won, the General Shin family clan's So-won. And then we will look around like this, and visit inside, and coming back. And now we will back here. Shall you go with me? There's the statue of General Shin-sung-gyeom just over there. So can you see the pictures and the below of the statue? That is really famous. The picture is regarded to the battle of General Shin-sung-gyeom sacrificed himself for his king. It's really wonderful and comfortable. I can feel really comfortable atmosphere. So this is an altar. It says altar for patriotic, the martyrs. And there are the several trees here. That's the tree, the age of these trees, they assumed aptly over 400 years. It is really old trees. This is the most important place here in historic site of General Shin-sung-gyeom, because in this place, actually the first king of Goryeo, Wangun, found General Shin-sung-gyeom's dead body. To commemorate his sacrifice, actually the Wangun built altar, and also he built the temples for General Shin-sung-gyeom. So this tree we call the Baerongnamu. And whenever you visit the temple, palace, and so on, you can find these trees so very often. So because the reason we can see these trees inside of the palace, temple, and so on is actually this tree has no bark, no skin. And the Korean people's the philosophy actually, when we see something with the inside and outside the same, we think that is the honesty. This tree is kind of the symbol of the honesty. Especially over there, there is a Sowon. Sowon is a private educational institute during Joseon Dynasty. That's why teachers usually teach you must be honest. Why this tree is standing in front of the Sowon. This is also Berongnamu. East South Asia or the India. The people call this is the queen's flower. Very quiet and the peaceful place here. For foreigners, for domestic visitors, in Korean and in English, to understand the meaning of this place. So why don't you read the history first, then it is really helpful to understand the meaning of this place. This is, 교충서원, private educational institute. That is 교충사 shrine. The history of Sowon started in the middle of Joseon Dynasty, 16th century. This Sowon is, as I mentioned, private educational institute. So whenever you visit the Sowon in Korea, you will recognize they have a really similar structure. The highest place inside of the Sowon, there is always the shrine that is like the lectures hall. Sometimes you can see the pavilion, lower place than the lecture place in Sowon. In the lectures hall has two wings that we call the Dongje and the Seje. Dongje and the Seje are the dormitory for students. So in Korea, Dong is regarded to be the superior to the West, the Seoul. So, and that means Dongje is used for the seniors dormitory. And Seje was used for juniors students dormitory. Back to the shrine. Actually, the inside of the shrine, there are several memorial tablets. And also, the purpose of the shrine is that was the place students to show their respect to famous scholars, or like the Shin Seung-gyeom, the great generals. Especially this historic site of General Shin Seung-gyeom, this is a place for the show the people's respect, royalty to his king Wangan. As I mentioned, this Sowon is the private educational institute. That means Pyeongsan-si family clan, they built this Sowon to grow the little children to be a great scholar. So whenever you visit the Sowon, you can see this kind of the stepstones. If you are here in a long time ago during Joseon Dynasty, you shouldn't step on this stepstone because these stones only for especially teachers. Don't forget it. So Joseon Dynasty was kind of the hierarchy society. So at the time, and I think about the Joseon Dynasty, it is really lucky I can step down on the stepstone. So the right steps for entrance and the left stands for exit. This is the last destination of my today's tour. The reason I visited here is actually this is the historic site related 1,100 years ago history. This is really amazing, and this is really the touching the place I already felt before I came here. It's almost time I have to check in my hotel, and then I will move on to my hotel for check-in. So the inside of the Daigo Hotel. So I'm going to check in, and then the atmosphere of the Daigo Hotel is so cozy and luxurious, because the reason I chose this. 네, 안녕하세요. This hotel is actually this is the first 5-star hotel. 네, 안녕하세요. 네. Yeah, my name is June.
Relationships are never meant to last. It might take some
Yeah, it's really clean and luxurious, and yes, I love this place. It's really good. The best choice. Yes, and then now I will take. It looks new, right?
the feelings that we shared are in the
Oh my God.
and I know your relationship.
Wow, look at this one. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Yes.
It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on.
Oh my God, just over there, there is a mini golf course just over there.
Times are tough,
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 holes the mini golf course here. And I can see Daegu Mountain from here. And a beautiful, I think this is the Donggu River. Yes, this is the Donggu River. Now, from now on, even on the bed, I can appreciate the beautiful Donggu River view and the Daegu Mountain. Oh my God, it's so nice. I really love this hotel. Yes. So today, I will stay here, and at night, then I will enjoy my sweet dream in Daigo Hotel. And thank you for everyone to watching my video. And so I'd like to say goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful day. And I will see you again. Bye bye.